Hey. Hey. Are you peeking up? Are you waking up? Hey. Hey, dude. Good morning. Hey, dude. Good morning. Hey. Hey, man. It's Monday. It's Monday morning. Monday morning. Daddy was here, busting down the door right when they opened at 7:30. He was so excited to get here and see you for our morning skin to skin. Wow, I wonder, you're kind of looking awake right now. You were sound asleep when I got here, snug like a bug in a rug. And then Daddy came in and messed everything up, unswaddled you, took your shirt off out of nowhere, and then he put you on his chest. Now he's talking to you. So, say my heart rate was going ba-boom, ba-boom, because you scared me, Daddy. I was snug as a bug in a rug, and then you picked me up and made me naked, and I didn't know what was happening, so my heart rate was up, ba-boom, ba-boom, and now they're coming back down, because now we're calm again. And the question is, are you gonna stay awake and talk to me this morning? You were just making some noises, some kooky kind of noises, but I'm thinking the way it looks right now, I'm thinking today might be another monologue type situation where you just listen to Daddy blabber. But if at any point you want to chime in, say something, I'm here to listen. So let's think, what are we gonna, you like your head massages, huh? What are we gonna talk about today? What are we gonna talk about today? Today's Monday, October 7th, 2024. What might be special about this Monday? This Monday, the Saints play today. The Saints play today on this Monday. So, yeah, who dat? Go Saints. That's our football team that we like. That's our football team that we like. So, the Saints play today on Monday Night Football against the Kansas City Chiefs. Whoa, that's a good team. Kansas City Chiefs, that's a good team. But the Saints, that's a good team too. So I think if you root for the Saints, JP, you gotta root for the Saints. Now, don't get that confused with the rooting that they're trying to teach you to do in here for your food, for your eating cues. Rooting like that means you're looking for the nipple, you're looking for the food. That's rooting, but you got two rootings to learn. You're trying to learn that, but now you got to learn how to root for the Saints. And I'll show you how to do that. That's a good start, moving your hands. Let me show you how to do that. You go. Let me show you. You go like this. Woo! go Saints. Wee, go Saints. Yeah. Woohoo. High five. High five for the Saints. Woo! High five for the Saints. Oh yeah, knuckles for the Saints. That's called rooting for the Saints. So you got two kinds of rooting you gotta learn about in here, okay? So the Saints play today. That's your first Saints game while you're alive. We'll go to some Saints games and cheer for the Saints because we love the Saints. That's going on today. Yesterday, when we were here visiting you in the afternoon, Mommy had pumped some milk for you, some of her own mommy milk. Because what we're trying to do is, Mommy's pumping a little, and we'll collect it, and then give it to the nurses here at the NICU, and then what they'll do is, we're trying to build up enough so that soon we have like a whole feed's worth, of milk supply, of Mommy's milk supply. Because right now you get donor breast milk. It's breast milk from another mommy that donated her milk to you. But Mommy is working on doing some pumps of her own breast milk, her own mommy milk. And so anyway, yesterday she did some pumping while we were here visiting you, and something kind of sad happened. Kind of sad, a little frustrated, a little just wasn't the best thing. So what happened was Mommy was trying to, I think, transfer the mommy milk from the little receptacle into like a bottle that they could store it in. And can you believe what happened? She spilled it. Oh no, she spilled the milk. She spilled the mommy milk. Oh my gosh. And she got frustrated at herself. She got angry. She looked at me and made like a face like, And I said, babe, it's okay. It's okay. And then, yeah, that's what I said. I said, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It is what it is. And then I remembered a saying that people say, which is called, don't cry over spilled milk. Don't cry over spilled milk. And that means if something bad happens, or if something that you can't control happens, something that's not the best, if it happens, well, just move on. Don't dwell on it. Don't think about how inconvenient it was or how annoying it was. Don't sit there and dwell on the fact that you spilled some milk. Just get on with it. Get on with your life. Let it kind of brush off your shoulders. And in that moment, Daddy realized where that saying might have came from. Don't cry over spilled milk. I thought it was kind of funny. So, we told Mommy, don't cry over spilled milk. Let's do some head massages. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yesterday while we were in here, Daddy was practicing saying, son, Cause one day, I'm gonna have to like, we're gonna have to have a serious, or like I'll have to fuss at you. And I'll have to say, son, yeah, son, and, ooh, don't be upset. I'm not saying son right now, and I'm fussing at you, because you did nothing wrong. You get no fusses. You get no fusses yet, but one day you will need to be fussed at, and so Daddy's practicing how he's gonna say son. Is gonna be, let's see. Let's try a few different options. Should it be son? Son. Could be son. Son. Maybe it could be like maybe it could be like son, kind of like a little more gentler, but like maybe it could be like son, kind of like question marky, like son. Should you be doing that? Maybe it's gonna depend on the context that we're in to how he's gonna say it, but I gotta get used to saying that, son, because that's what you are. You're the son, I'm the daddy. So Daddy was practicing saying son. 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 So, yeah, and we were talking about how we learned about the origin of don't cry over spilled milk, and Daddy finds that kind of stuff interesting, like the origin of different sayings. So like there's a saying called never look a gift horse in the mouth. You ever heard that? Never look a gift horse in the mouth. And what that means is if someone gives you a gift, and it's free, just be grateful for it. Don't examine it or find ways to criticize it or complain about it, because it was a gift. And where that comes from is back in the day, I don't know what day, but like when they would give horses, I guess it was a day when they rode on horses to get everywhere, they did that for a long time. People did. And horses had a lot of value. I think like people would give people horses as gifts, and a way, apparently, a way to assess the health and quality of the horse is by examining the horse's mouth and teeth, maybe. But like, yeah, people who know about horses, apparently you can look at a horse's mouth and like come to some determination about the overall quality of that horse. So that saying of don't look a gift horse in the mouth is like saying that if someone gives you a horse as a gift, don't be looking at it in the mouth trying to figure out what's wrong with the horse. Just accept the horse that you're being gifted and be grateful. So that's one saying that Daddy learned the origin of that he likes. And another one is the rule of thumb. So a rule of thumb is something that people accept as like a general guideline. So like, rule of thumb would would be like, you know, hey buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy, want some back tickles? Let's do some back tickles. You're kind of squirming with me, so. Daddy needs a sip of coffee. Don't tell the NICU people that he brought coffee in, because it's against the rules. Daddy breaks some rules sometimes. But, let's do some back tickles. A rule of thumb would be like, oh, you know, the rule of thumb for babies in the NICU is they gotta stay here for about 3 weeks. That's the rule of thumb. It's just something that's generally considered the norm. So, but where does that come from? Rule of thumb? Like, there's a thumb. You got a thumb. Let's see your thumb. Like, let's see your thumb. Let's see your thumb, dude. Like, let's see it. It's an itty bitty tiny thumb, but it's there. Thumb. Good thing we got thumbs. Thumbs are important. But like, rule of thumb, like, what's that mean? And it comes from, again, back in the day. What day? I'm not 100% sure, but it was in the past. And it was in a day when a man, a husband, could hit his wife. And once upon a time in the world, it was okay for a husband to discipline his wife with a stick. And the rule of thumb meant that you could hit your wife. It's so sad. I know it's sad to hear. I know it made you jump and jolt. It's crazy the thought that it would be okay, but that's what happened. Humans have come a long way. We're kind of crazy people, and they've come a long way. You like that back tickle? We've come a long way. We got a ways to go, but you know, we're working on it. So the rule of thumb means that a man could beat his wife with a stick so long as the stick was no wider than the width of his thumb. And that's the rule of thumb. That's where it comes from. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. What's another one? Another one is to mind your P's and Q's. Another one is to mind your P's and Q's. If someone is starting to act a little crazy, or, you know, you want to warn someone, you know, hey, before you go somewhere, like, you know, you need to be on your best behavior. You know, you need to mind your P's and Q's. You know, Daddy might even tell you to mind your P's and Q's one day. You know, hey, like, you know, we're going to Mass on Sunday. It's Christmas Eve Mass. And, you know, you better mind your P's and Q's, JP. You better be on your best behavior, because it's important, and you gotta be a good boy in Mass. So, you know, Daddy might even say, JP, you need to mind your P's and Q's. And what that means is, yeah, you gotta, like, be on your best behavior, but what the heck does that mean? Where does it come from? It doesn't make any sense. Mind your P's and Q's, like, those are just letters. Like, you're JP, your P means Paul. I am Q for Quentin. There's also cues that you need to be doing to show us you can eat. You need to be giving us your feeding cues, but that's a different kind of cue, not the letter Q. But, like, what the heck? Mind your P's and Q's. How can that possibly mean to, like, be on your best behavior? Well, I'll tell you. Because you gotta know where it comes from, the origin of that. But the origin of that is back in the day, again, they all come from back in the day, go figure. Back in the day, I think in Britain, in England, they love to drink the ale. It's like beer, pints of ale. Points, fancy a pint. Good day for a pint, innit? So, to mind your P's and Q's, someone would tell someone to mind their P's and Q's if they are in a bar room or a tavern. You like my British accent, eh? It's funny, innit? So if someone's in a bar room and they're drinking too many pints and quarts of ale, they need to reel it in, mate. You need to reel it in, mate. Mind your P's and Q's. Oi, Jacob Paul. Mind your P's and Q's, eh? If you go to the pub, if you go to the pub in West London, so maybe you and me will go to the pub to West London to watch the Blues, the Chelsea Blues of West London, and we'll go to a pub and we'll have some fish and chips, and we'll have our beers, and we'll have our pints, and we will drink 1 pint, 2 pint, and then we'll say, wow, we've had 2 pints, give us a quart, oi, for the Blues. We'll drink a quart, and then we'll drink another quart, and then we've had 2 pints and 2 quarts, and now we are acting crazy because it's the 88th minute, and the Blues have just gone up. It was 1-1, and Frank Lampard has just scored a cracker, and now the Blues are up 2-1, and we are having a bloody good time, and we're screaming, and we're so happy for the Blues. The Blues are gonna bring home the Premiership. Wow! But we already had 2 pints and 2 quarts, and so we're acting crazy. And someone will say, oh, you know who's gonna say it? I know who's gonna say it. Mommy will come in. She's gonna say, JB, Quentin, you need to mind your P's and Q's. You need to mind your P's and Q's. No more drinking. I know. It's funny. I know it's funny. And that's what's gonna happen. So, what that means is, yeah, mind your P's and Q's. Mind your pints and quarts. Mind how much you drink, mate. Don't go acting a fool. So, that's that one. That's another one. Who knows? We got all kinds of ones. We're getting our countertops on Wednesday. Mommy and Daddy are excited about that. The countertop for the island in our kitchen, and the countertop for the little desk by our kitchen. And that'll be on Wednesday, and once that happens, man, our house is gonna feel pretty done. It will feel pretty done. Because, shoot, it's been a work in progress for a long time, dude, a long time. we'll have to tell you all about that. It was fun to renovate the house, but it took a long time. It was a little frustrating to live in some of the construction. But we learned a lot doing it, and it's cool now that we can look back and we can look at the house and say, wow, we really worked hard to get it to look like this so that we could enjoy it, so that, our family could enjoy it, JP could enjoy it. We can have people over on Sunday for having dinner, have family over for dinner on Sunday, say the rosary. We could have people over on Thanksgiving and Christmas time and enjoy our pretty house that we worked hard to make pretty. So, it feels like we're getting close. Dude, you've been pretty cool today. Haven't been completely asleep. You've been giving me some wiggles. You've been giving me You're just tired. You want to wake up. I know you do. You want to wake up and be with your daddy. You're just tired. It takes a lot of energy for you to do that, I know. So there's only, I think, a couple times in the day where you can really kind of be alert with your eyes and moving. And when we're here to catch those, it's nice. We enjoy that, because most of the time you're just sleeping, because that's your job right now. Your job is to sleep and to grow, and you're doing a good job. Oh, I wanted to tell you, yeah, you're doing a good job, but you lost another ounce yesterday, dude. You went from 4 point, yeah, you might want to open your eyes for this. You went from 4.2 ounces when they weighed you on Saturday night to 4.1 ounces. Now, I'm no mathematician, but if my calculations are correct, that means you went down 1 ounce. Down 1 ounce. And if you think back to our conversation from yesterday, you'll remember that I was saying, and I think you agreed with me, that it's time for you to start gaining weight. Remember? Beefcake. Remember that? Ringing a bell now? Yeah. So, I guess I'm gonna have to say it. My parents used to tell me this, too. I'm gonna say that by losing 1 ounce, you deliberately disobeyed me. You deliberately disobeyed me. So now I'm gonna have to do my first son. I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have to say, son. No, I'm gonna have to say, I'll wait till you be still so you can pay attention. I'm gonna have to say, son, you deliberately disobeyed me by losing an ounce. Dude, we don't want to lose any more ounces, okay? We need you to start beefcaking and becoming big and strong, dude, okay? Okay? So, I hope that by tomorrow, when I come to visit you, we'll be back in the afternoon, But I hope that by tomorrow you will have obeyed me. Wow, you have to obey me, dude. I've never had someone that had to obey me. You have to obey me. So I expect you to obey me and put on some weight, okay? They went up on your feeds. Actually, they did this yesterday. I think you're at 38 mLs now. You're at 38. So that's what we're doing. We need you to just really, come on, dude, put on some weight, okay? Okay? Like, all you do is sit around all day, dude. You sit around and lay and eat. When I do that, I get fat. I get big fat. That's how I got this extra chin, couple extra chins, this big sweaty belly that you're laying on. Yeah, that's what happened. I used to run around. Now I just eat and lay down and be fat. Well, we're working on that. We're trying to change that. But, look, if you're just sitting around and laying around all day and just eating, you need to be getting fat too. So, yeah, I expect you to be beefcake. Beefcake. Come on, dude. Come on. Is that some rooting? Is that some cues? Are you... Okay. Oh, buddy. Hey, man. You're cute today. Oh, it's another thing Daddy wanted to do. He wanted to make a bet with you. Okay? So with Daddy's job, with Daddy's job, he's on the phone a lot. Talking to people. But the more Daddy is on the phone, the more money Daddy makes. Sometimes Daddy gets annoyed by the people he has to talk to, and that makes him not want to talk to people on the phone. But he always knows that the more conversations he's having with people on the phone, the more money he's gonna make. So he is challenging himself this week to make 50 phone calls. 50 phone calls.
Okay, I do have to listen to him and take a temp and all that.
All right,
so
that's perfect. That's briefly? Perfect timing.
Okay.
Yep. So my bet to you is that I can make 50 phone calls today, and we'll reconvene tomorrow to see if I won the bet or if you won the bet. But they got to do some work on you, take their temperature and do some other things. So TTFN, ta-ta for now. We will see everyone later. I love you, buddy.